We are live. This is new for me. I'm going to start doing these shows when I can. They are not going to be scheduled. Um, I can't schedule them because I travel. I don't know what to tell you. But what I found out is by being on Scott's show a lot. Um, Hold on, this freaking camera. Okay, that's a little better. Um, Being on Scott's show, I realized that a lot of people don't understand what Chat GPT is. Now, I have a second computer set up so I can see comments. Not that I really am interested in comments, but I can see them kind of. Thanks for being here, Dave. I appreciate your support. So I'm gonna jump right into it. I don't want this to be a discussion as much as a session where I try and teach you how I how I use it. I'm not interested in solving your problems or the world's problems or anybody else's problems other than mine. So I'm gonna jump right into it. If I wanted to create a listing on eBay, because most people sell on eBay, the people here aren't going to be selling like I do on Amazon or other platforms, creating listings and all that. I would add a photo. Uh, Somewhere's up here is eBay. I'm gonna sell this Harley T-shirt. Most people would ask it, "Can you create a listing for eBay for this Harley Davidson shirt?" This is how I used it. Um, Now here's its well thought out description. And does it hit most of the things you need? Probably yes. But is it what you're looking for? It's probably not what you're looking for. So, how do you go from it creating this to something more along the lines of what they're trying to develop with the softwares? And I'm not looking to compete with those softwares. Understand that. First of all, I believe in the future you're going to need to be more niche focused to start. You're going to be able to broaden your niches, but as you broaden your niches, you're going to need more assistance to help you. Chat is designed to help solve a single problem. Think of a 2-year-old. If you ask it what color this crayon is, it'll tell you red, green, whatever color it is. If you ask it too many questions, it gets confused. Chat does the same thing unless you design it to be an assistant. So, what do I mean by an assistant? We have to have a process. What is your process for creating a listing? I told it to create a listing, and this is what it came out with, right? Now, sorry, you think it's early? It's early here too. It's 7 a.m. I'm on my second cup of coffee. Now, what is your process? Do you research every single item? If you do, then that's where you need to start. Do you do pictures first? How do you want your description? Do you want it to be educational? Do you want it to be informative? Do you want it to be well researched? So, what I do is instead of asking it to do a task for me or solve a problem, I actually start with asking it to help me ask it how to solve my problem. So what I want to do is I want to sell just Harley t-shirts. I know it's very small, tiny niche, but you'll understand why as we go through this. First you got to tell it about you. I'm an eBay seller focusing on Harley Davidson t-shirts I find in thrift stores and yard sales. So all my t-shirts are used. And you're watching me do this live, guys, so I'm a little slow with my typing. I type loud. I bang on the keyboard. I take coffee breaks. You're going to have to adjust to it. I need you to help me create a process and/or system to improve my listing speed on eBay without cutting quality from the listing. Now, Harley Davidson t-shirts are unique. Now, when you look on eBay at Harley t-shirts, most of them show the whole t-shirt. Now, this is the part most people forget about on, can you help me create a process in chat that will accomplish this goal? Now, I have learned from experience that the first thing chat wants to do is rush in and do the work. I am not ready for you to solve this problem. I want to hash out the process first. Because if I didn't put that statement, it would create a process for it to do a better eBay listing. And that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to hash out what my process is going to be. All right. So we hit enter and see what it says. Now you're going to have a conversation here. That's great. Here's a suggested approach. Now it's going to see it right away wants to try and solve my problem. See it right away. It's got 15,000 steps, and it does see it. What I want to do is say, okay, unpack, check condition, hole, stain, size, and conditions. What I'm looking for is a process to make this faster and simpler on my side, using it to help me. Now, what I was thinking, and I tell it, well, what I was thinking was that we start with the images. Here are the two images I have for the shirt. Let's start with just a front image. Here is the image for the front of the shirt. I want to build an assistant, or now I have the paid version, guys. I have what's called my GPTs, which is right here. I don't have any set up, but I can create my own GPTs because I have the paid version. Okay, I also can create projects, which I will probably be using. Oh, where did I don't want to go back to where I was. I should be able to without losing. Yeah, here we go. Now, I do have to add the image again. Sorry, guys. I am not an expert at chat. This is just what I do on a daily basis. And you guys seem to ask me so many questions. I figured I better do this. Or on my GPT that I can upload a few images and you create images for the listing. Because that's one of the first things we got to do, right? If we look at this image, it's just you can see the sleeves and everything. What I was thinking was for the first image, we crop the front of the shirt to display the image on the shirt. Can we try that now? And what it's going to do is it's going to generate an image for me. Now, because I have the paid version, it will work on it. And let's see what the result is. Now, as I find, okay, it's going to give me a downloaded version. Okay. Sorry. I got so much stuff going on, guys. Sorry. We're going to open it, see what it looks like. Well, I guess we got to open it in GIMP. Let me see if I can get the image to open. Okay, this is a first for me. Okay, he didn't crop it enough. Chat didn't crop it enough. Let me see. How do I share it so you can see? Stop sharing. Present. Share screen. Window. Here you go. As you can see, it didn't crop it. What I thought by cropped, it would do this. This is what I meant. Okay. Edit. Cut. Edit. Paste as a new image. File export. Guys, I'm doing this live. I did not try this beforehand. So what you're seeing is what I get. Desktop, eBay, cropped. No, I don't want to. The hell happened? Crop.png. And we'll just export it. And we'll export it. Okay. Now, the reason I did that was I have to stop this. This is going to be annoying, but I'll get through it. Window. Where's my chat? Share. All right. Now, I cuss at it. And when I use it, this is not my chat. This is my chat for my YouTube. As you can see on the side over here, here's all my setups for all my videos that I make. What I did was I added that cropped image, and I'm going to tell it. Not what I was thinking. I was thinking by cropped, it would look more like this. See, now it's writing a script here. See that right there, guys? That's a script. Oh, thanks for the example. Here's what I noticed that we can standardize in the process. Crop the image tight and around the design, leaving just a small border of the shirt color around the art. Keep it centered and proportional. Consistent aspect ratios. Let's plan the automation. Here's a potential process, and it tells me what it thinks I could do. Okay. Okay. Let's set those as starting rules, sorry. And it's going to set those rules and it'll say, great, let's formalize it, blah, blah, blah. Here's the input. Now, can somebody answer the question, do images on eBay need to be square? Images. I think we need to square the images. Can we use the shirt color as the background color for any white space in the image? Now, it takes time, guys. Thank you, Scan the Freedom. It takes time to get this to be what you need, okay? Now, here's what it has. Now, this is the prompt right here, guys, for this image. Now, we're doing one image. Eventually, we'll be able to do more, but for right now, we want to get to one. Yes, can we test it on this image? Let me put the back up and see what it does. I want to give it a different image so it doesn't just duplicate what I gave it. Can we test it on this image? Now, this next step is critical if it does what I want it to do. Now, I'm asking it, can you display it here? Now, this seems like it's taking longer. All right. I don't know why it's doing this. No, it didn't do it. Hold on. It squared the back of the shirt. Here, let me show you. Stop sharing, present, share screen, window, share. See, it squared the image, but it didn't crop it. So now we got to go in and update the script. This is not going to be one and done. You have to get this down to where you need it to be in the script, guys. This takes time. Here it is. Sorry. I'm not really good with this. Crop. I said that image isn't cropped. Can we crop it like we discussed and is in the rules. Now it already has the image. I shouldn't have to upload the image again. It will redraw the image. I don't know why it's not showing on the screen. It's giving me a download. Normally I get it down. I get it to display the image on the screen. And what I'm looking to do is I got to find it. I got to find. Nope, it's getting worse. It's getting worse, actually. Okay, can you show me the rules you are using? Okay. Now it's going to show me the rules. It does not look like, it looks like it's doing something else. Okay. I put, okay, it looks like it's off. What I want to do is crop the image off the back of the shirt. Then I want to layer it on a square. That is 1024 by 1024. Don't ask me, that's the size it likes to make images. I would like the image to fill the majority of that layer, and I would like to flood the background to match the color of the t-shirt. This is where everybody gets frustrated, but when I get this perfected, it will do it every time over and over and over again. That's what people don't understand about this, is that it takes time to get it to do what you want it to do. It's not going to just pop and it's done. Will it solve your problem? Yes. Okay, now it's saying it's got the final downloaded version. Here's the download. Let me open up. It didn't do it again. All right, so so what do I do when it doesn't do what I want it to do? First of all, I usually get very frustrated. I go, you stupid idiot. I won't do that because I'm on a chat. So, but now I'm going to have to open up this back. Nope. Harley back. This is what I need right here. Oh, you can't see this. Let me stop sharing this. Share screen. Why did it go to that? Here's GIMP. Here's where I'm working. Sorry, guys. So I want to cut this out. And I suck at this stuff, guys. Okay. I want to be as close as possible. Edit, cut, edit, paste as a new. This is all the stuff you guys do, right? New image. Now, we want to put a new layer. We want that layer to be black. I guess, I don't know. Layer, transparency, size. Here we go. 1000 by 1000. Okay, there's the new layer. View, zoom. Okay, now we want this layer. We want to flood it with black. No, edit, undo. It's supposed to be I don't know what I did wrong. Son of a bitch. I give up. I'm ready to give up here, guys. I'm getting frustrated. Image. Let's do this. Scale image. I want the longer side to be 1,000. Scale. Okay. File. Export as untitled. It doesn't matter. Just so I can find it. Now I got to go back here. Stop this. This. Good, Marsha. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Share screen, Windows, chat. Sorry. Now this is where I spend most of my time. Troubleshooting why chat's not giving me what I want. You aren't getting what I need. Here is a cropped section of that shirt. Now I'm only going to get to crop the shirt to start. This is the first step. Cropping out the image from the t-shirt. The first one is the cropped. The second is uncropped. I need you to help me create rules for my GPT to do this for me. Thanks. Now it's either gonna generate. Yeah, here we go. It's gonna. All right. Would you like me to help you turn this into an actual my GPT? Not yet. You idiot. You can't. Let's test it first. Here is an image. Now I'm going to give it the front of the shirt to see if it can do it because I don't want it to just use my copy. And there's a reason I'm doing this, guys. I'm trying to show you how this works. And once you get this done and it's built, I'll be able to build Harley Davidson t-shirts on eBay with accuracy and speed that nobody else can do. Now, hopefully, see, now it's starting to pick up. See, it's not cropping out the image. All right. Now I'm really getting frustrated. Guys, you have to understand that this is the part that's the hardest. This is the part that they're struggling with the programs. It's the little nuances that they struggle with. Did it create a better looking image? I don't know. But it's not what I need it to be. So I got to keep working on chat to get it right. Until you have it the way you want, it's not going to give you the results you want. Now I'm going to tell it to clear memory. Let's start fresh. Like a 2-year-old, if you cloud its memory or it starts to get confused, and I think it's starting to get confused from all the prompts, you got to clear it out. Clear the memory. Let's start fresh. Or is it better to start a fresh chat? Let's ask it. And it's going to tell me. I'm sorry, I'm reading, guys. And it says basically start a new chat. Okay, so let's just start a new chat. All right. I need help. Now, my problem is I can't get chat to, and if you're wondering, Robin is my daughter. She's the one that does all my YouTube videos. I need help getting it to create an image that I need. Okay. The first step in the image, I tried to get it to do it all at once. The first step in the image is I need help creating a prompt that will cut the image from the, what is that called? The artwork of a Harley t-shirt. No, I don't want it to cut. I want it to crop. Crop the artwork of a Harley t-shirt to focus on the design. Can you help me create that prompt? The first thing I'm going to do is just create the prompt. Here is an example of the shirt. The first thing I wanted to do is crop it, right? So let's get it to crop it. Here. I can give you an example if that would help you create the prompt. Please let me know. Now, that's a good idea, Scan the Freedom. I'm sorry, guys. If you want, I'll play your freaking video of you talking to Chat GPT for your ball wash. Great. Okay, here's the prompt it came up with. It says, crop this image to isolate the only central graphic design on the t-shirt. Remove all background areas outside the design, including the neckline, sleeves, and blanks. I like what it does here. Let me put this in. Can we try this prompt on this image? Now I copied the prompt. I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to add a t-shirt. Add photo from file. And then we're going to see what happens. Guys, this is what I had to do for all these over here, all these over here. And if you want, I'll show you an example of what it looks like when you get through this. What happens when you have a script that will let you do exactly what you want. And if it doesn't work, and I'm gonna try and lift the design graphic. It's creating the image now. Sorry, it's slow. It's up to chat how fast it goes. You could see the size of the image it's going to be. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to do what I need it to. Images are tough. Images are the hardest thing that I know to work with in AI right now. I work with Excel files. I work with data. I work with algorithms. I work with all kinds of stuff, and I have no problems with it understanding me. When I get in the images, it's not easy, man. It's not easy. And we're just over a half an hour. Now, this is much better. This is much better. It's not finished cropping yet. Now, this is, guys, this is where you have to work slow and diligently. This is where you become an engineer or to do this stuff. It's adding details. When it gets done, this is going to be exactly what I want. The problem is that I have to make it square. It's an oblong image, and I need to make it square. What happens now? I've been off eBay for 6 months. I haven't built a listing on eBay probably for 3 years. What happens if I use this image? Will it add white space on the sides? I like the image. It did a great job. Well, let's start with this part of it, okay? What is it doing? Okay, I can't do anything because it's doing something else. It must be, how the hell, it didn't hear me say anything. I don't know why it's creating another image. Let's see what it creates. Maybe it's giving me, because this image is exactly what I need. That is going to blow any other Harley Davidson t-shirt listing on eBay away. eBay.com, used Harley t-shirts. Oops. Yes, I know. I got to share my screen. All right. As a consumer. Oh, no, it showed up. All right. As a consumer, which one of these shirts would you buy? Which one are you going to look at first? This guy's right here shows you the design. This is the look I'm going for. It's a standout of all the other ones. Now, the thing about Harley is people look for, I have this one. Sorry. These shirts are collectible because of the design. We collect the designs. This one is not bad. We may want to look at this here. And the reason being is it shows both designs, where on ours, it did it twice. Okay, I'm not sure why it did it twice. But if we take this image, the first thing we want to do, now let's go back. Sorry, I'm getting squirrely here. let's go back. Looks great, because it does. Now, can you give me the rules for this step of the process? What the heck happened? My chat died on me, guys. I just refreshed the screen and I said, looks great. Now, can you give me the rules for this crop? Now, I'm going to lock these rules in. And by locking these rules in, it stores it in the memory. Can we lock these rules for now? I want to run a few tests on these rules. Now, I got it to do what I wanted to do. It's going to lock these rules into memory, updating saved memory. The cropping and placement rules have been locked into memory. Let me know whenever you're ready to test or adjust them. Now I'm going to add the back, because the front or the back should not make a difference. Can we test it on the back of the shirt? Now it should be able to do the same thing again. Now this is where you have to test it. Now I have the rules right here. Okay. What's it doing? Oh, it's analyzing it. Okay, of course it sends it over here. And it didn't do it. And it created a white canvas. Now here's where it is, right here. The rules are wrong. What happened? And I ask it, you did it wrong. What happened? Guys, working with chat, you can't, it's like working with a 2-year-old. All I wanted to do was crop. You can also provide a separate transparent PNG of the design, easiest for automation. No, I don't want to. It's saying this is what where I may need the help. Now I said to it, how do I cut the image out? Now it's telling me how to do it. It looks like I got a problem doing this, guys. So now I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to sit here and drag you through all this. What I would do is go through this step by step, and I would get it to the point that it could actually do it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give up on the image for now, and I'm going to show you my dad jokes. I know a lot of people don't like them. But this is what I can do with a chat. Okay. I type in the word next. Well, actually, I don't do it. My daughter does it. She types in the word next. She hits enter. And this is what happens. It creates everything that's needed for a dad joke. Okay. Here's the script. It creates a 4-part script. It has rules in the script of how the script has to go. It has to say sunshine once. It has to say grumpy once. It has a title. It was formatted to write a title. It writes a description for YouTube. Does not have to be a long description, just something that gives it a description. Here are keywords for this. Now, some of these are repeats. Brewing pun. They use grumpy and sunshine in every one of them. It starts to get repetitive, but it is unique in each one of them. This is what I have been able to create with chat. If I type next here, we'll go to a different one. Flirt and Fiona, I don't use that much anymore. But here we go. Type in next. Once I created one, doing other ones was pretty easy. Here's my script. Here's my description. Here are my tags. And off it goes. It can be, now this one, I built this one as a single person, offhanded, sarcastic, fiery redhead. This one, my next step in this is to automate it. Guys, if you take your time and actually work with chat, what I've seen, you see that I have problems, and I'm going to go back and if you want to hang out, you can, but understand that this is not going to be easy for me to get. I don't know why I can't get it to crop right. I'm going to go back right here and start over again. I'm going to put this in and see what it does. Can we run this prompt on this shirt? And I'm going to give it the back of the shirt because I want it to be able to work on the front or the back. And this is how you guys take images of shirts if you sell shirts. I was going to do CDs, but I figured a shirt would be a little more difficult. I didn't think the image would be this complicated. Now, if this script works, I'm going to get it to lock this script in and try it on 3 or 4 different shirts. I plan these to be about an hour long. You guys got to understand that this is not easy for me. Nope. It cut the white again. Okay. All right. I got to try something else. I am going to get this, guys. I'm telling you right now. I need help writing a prompt, and I get frustrated, but I get it to work. I don't give up. I don't walk away from it. I don't get it to, I don't end it. This thing does amazing things. So you're losing to a 2-year-old. Yes, I am. That will remove the t-shirt from an image, cropped, and leave me with mainly the design in the image. This is a cropped image. And I will upload the t-shirt this is the t-shirt. This is the cropped first and the t-shirt second. Let's see if that helps. I am trying to create a script that will do this every time. Thanks. Let's see what happens. Guys, I don't give up. I get hard-headed about this. I work on it for 8 hours. But because I work on it for 8 hours and I get it to work, I'm going to be the only one. Yes, please. It says here's a Python script. It's going to run it, and I'm going to see what it does. I don't give up. That's the difference between me and most people. Most people would have been frustrated and said, I can do this faster. And yes, you can do it faster on one t-shirt. But when I get this fixed, you ain't going to be able to do it faster. Nope, it didn't cut it. All right. I got to do something here, guys. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. I need that image. Like the next. All right, here's what I put. Here's an image. I'm going to give it the t-shirt. Here's an image. I need help creating a script that will take this image and render it like the next image I upload. Can you do that? And I'm going to send it. And then I'm going to add what they did. Now it says, of course, I'd be happy to help. Please go ahead and upload the next image. I'm missing. It's asking me, would I like to resize the image? Would I Add optional padding, color threshold for light or dark designs. Let me know. I can add these details too. I said, no, I don't want to do anything but create a process to create the second image from any Harley design t-shirt. Now it's going to try and create, good morning, Swamp. Sorry, guys. I'm having a hard time. I have a real small screen over here for reading comments. I don't care. It's telling me what the repeatable process is. Okay. Images are frustrating. You're right, Beard. So what you are telling me is you're too stupid to do this work. I just said to it, so what you're telling me is you're too stupid to do this work. I can absolutely do the image work for you. Okay. I appreciate your honesty. Blah, blah, blah. I can absolutely do the image work for you, removing the background and creating a transparent design as long as we go one image at a time. I just can't automate it into a perfect script that works for every t-shirt without you running it somewhere on your computer or uploading each image here. That's because every image is a bit different. Lighting, shirt color, shadows. So one size fits all script might need tweaks. Here's what I can do. You give me a t-shirt image. I cut this design out perfectly, as I already did earlier for you. You download the transparent design. Let's try that. Let's try that. I'm going to copy it so it can see exactly what I'm asking it to do. Here is a t-shirt. I'm out another t-shirt. I wish I had more designs, guys, but this is what I have. I'm going to take this one and upload it. And now it does its thing. I spend a lot of time watching it. I got 2 minutes left. I figured about an hour on these things, guys. It says it's done. Let's see. It's not cropping it, guys. I give up. I work so I could do all kinds of crap with this stuff. I have all these scripts written on my account. I can work with algorithms and everything else. I can't work with images. So I guess writing an eBay script isn't going to work. But I promise you one thing. By this time next week, and I will be back next week, my hour's up. By this time next week, I will have a process. I got to see what the date is because I may not be able to do it next week. I'm probably not going to be able to do next week. It'll probably be 2 weeks because I'm going on a cruise with my grandson, and that's more important than worrying about how to get images on eBay when I don't even sell on eBay. All right, guys. Sorry, not sorry. I hope you learned something from this. It's very frustrating. Don't give up. Remember, if you get it to do what you want, if one of these would have worked, if this would have worked right here, copy and paste it into a text file and save it for later. Remember, why did Grumpy start drinking again? Thanks, Beard. I'll use that. If save it for later, remember, keep using new chats. You seen me ask it back here on this one. It said use a fresh chat. So I had to use a fresh chat. Maybe this is where I use programs like Make and N8N and things like that for automation. Maybe it's a multi-step process that I'm going to need a different software to work on images, but it's going to be the same basic thing. I'm going to go in and ask it to do this and see if it can do that for me. Guys, until next time, remember, get off your ass and go to work. Thanks, man. All right, how the hell do I get out of here?